been dropping for the past couple years, really just kind of putting info out there about us being the
Carol Burns is spelled B-A-R-N-E-S.
B-A-R.
B-A-R-N-E-S.
Okay, good.
Kelly wrote Burns.
But yeah, like, and it's kind of ironic. Like, I just remember now we have somebody out here kind of, we've had people in the past, but we've never had somebody who's had the type of influence that Ye has. I mean, we've had even an NBA player in the past called him out on the Sharif Muhammad, I think. And he got kicked out. He was like dropping 20 points. But,
remember Craig Hodges?
Craig Hodges, that's him. That's what I'm talking about. But he changed his name, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, to his Muslim name. I can't remember what it was right now, but yeah.
Then you had the other brother, Raul Rauf.
That's what I'm talking about, Raul Rauf, the 3-point champion that was just dropping like 20 a night, and then he got put out the league. Hitler, the Black Magician.
He studied his way to greatness. When you read the story, everybody say all he was doing was studying the problems of his country. The whole communist regime was funded by America the whole time. The Cold War, because they wasn't gonna never bomb on each other because America was bankrolling Russia the whole time.
Well, really great, but yeah.
The inmates, they're gonna have to get what you call a cutout. A cutout is to keep them from recidivism. It is to reorganize their life, and most of them won't be going back to their old community because they're gonna have to start over, and they're gonna have to be reoriented into society without being under the jurisdiction of these people. We didn't need prisons, so whatever the fuck we need prisons for now, we can fix that shit. Prisons in America ain't 200 years old yet. Might not be 150. First prison was built in Pennsylvania.
First capital.
Then over there in Europe, they had dungeons. We have dungeons over here in our castle. We ain't lock no motherfucker up in the basement. That's some real cocky ass sadistic bullshit.
You know what that take me right back to is that show Lovecraft Country. Like, we talk about that show every time I talk to you. But yeah, that, and then when you were talking about how they picked your bloodline to basically steal your rights, and that's what that show was about too. And then even the first jails were them like them dungeons. It's so crazy how they put it back. They give us our history right back in our face and all of they outputs.
Look, if they can't guarantee your safety while you in prison, they're not supposed to keep you in prison. And guess what? They can't guarantee nobody in safety that's in there.
So how they gonna keep?
That's right there alone by itself is the forfeiture of their jurisdiction as the Department of Corrections.
No, they really can't. I mean, it's it's dangerous as hell in there.
Man, motherfuckers get stabbed, raped, beat the fuck up, kicked downstairs, bopped in the head with mop handles, all kind of shit. They can't keep you safe in there.
Not at all.
You come out that motherfucker looking like a pin cushion or a pinata.
And looking 20 years older than what you was or what you are.
Yeah, you supposed to come out of prison preserved, not motherfucking stressed the fuck out worse than you was in the street.
Right. I don't wish that on nobody for real.
So the question about the umbilical cord around the neck, sometimes the baby is in the uterus is moving around, and they'll sometimes wrap the umbilical cord around the neck. So when they come out, it's wrapped around their neck from them moving in the uterus. Like, I remember hearing my mom tell my father, I'm jumping around in there like a monkey. When she was pregnant, because I was doing backflips off the side of the uterus. I was having a blast. Shit.
In the primordial water.
Yeah.
Appreciate the question, Spooky Bay. Okay. It's a good one. Let me see what this one's about.
Medusa was a Psi priestess. That's why her name is Medusa. Medu in Egypt is 10. 10 is the highest rank.
Mm.
Psi, look up the Psi symbol. It's the birth priestesses were Psi priestesses. So when they say Medusa, they're saying that she is the highest ranked of the Psi priestesses, which are known as the birth priestesses or the doulas. They were the Gorgon priestesses by tribal affiliation in Greece. That's what the Greeks referred to the three sisters as the. There we
Hey, there
go.
you go. There we go. We in there. We in there.
Yeah, so you hear what I'm telling them, right? To reach out to
Yes,
you
yes.
to get a support. So
Okay.
as the energy pick up, you need to get you a writing tablet where you
Okay.
can keep track of who can do what, so you can organize best.
Yeah, it definitely be coming up soon. I'm getting with our goddess individually first beforehand so we can do our stuff.
Mhm.
And all I can say is Kupata Buleka. And if you don't know Creole, that means chop off their heads and burn their motherfucking house. Kupata Buleka. That's what Jean Dessalines said as he was getting ready to end the revolution when we won the first time. And so I just encourage you that get this information out, the one that the Bookman did that he closed. I even created one on my TikTok where I merged all three of the videos because we need them to overstand and understand that the first phase has been complete. I have to do my second phase before we can kind of go on and close this. I know everybody tired. Shit, I'm tired. Y'all tired. We all fucking tired. And but once we give them over in IAT to see that, then that will help really expedite and speed some things. I have been in contact with some of our people over in IAT and getting individually. Right now, we're keeping her cloaked with our goddess Oshun, and then when it is time, I will get with some of you all individually so we can do our stuff inland in the States before we go over there. But Kupatabulaka.
Yeah. So what we gonna have you doing is, so while you doing the planning part, the people that offer their assistance, they tell you what their skill set is and what they
Mm-hmm.
willing to do. So then you'll know, well, I need a cook for this part, right?
Yeah.
I need ladies to organize the children for the Oshun song ceremony where they sing songs to honor Oshun.
Right.
It's a whole, the Oshun priestesses already know how to do Oshun ritual. It's just
Yeah.
that
And
um
just remembering this isn't our first time we've done it. You know, we've done this many times, many lifetimes, not just this one. We are back on the land for such a time as this. And I just want to say, thank you so much, Chief, because, you've been getting the downloads from Big Mama. You've done a lot of inner work before all of this and calling out, putting the calls out to find a book and recognizing who Toussaint was. Um, you know, took the call, about me being a priestess, finding Oshun, just everything you've done. So it definitely couldn't have been done without you. So thank you for every single thing you do, not just with this, but with everything and the masses and awakening. I know we greatly appreciate you. Y'all please definitely support the big OG, because I know when you have that much on your, you know, on your life, the assignment is so great. But it's not by accident that it's Scorpio season and we're dealing with the Scorpion King. And if you know anything about the Scorpion King, he would take that goddamn tail and it will kill your ass in 2 seconds flat. It's not like a hurricane where you got a week to prepare. He gonna come in like the F5 tornado and gonna wipe your shit out. And so sometimes when you have to do family business, you have to have a gorilla to come in and just tear some shit up.
I'm really, really, really gratitude for that, sis. My mama told me a long time ago, it don't seem like you loved and respected, but if you keep doing what you're doing, when the time come, you're gonna know that they appreciate the work you did. So y'all been letting me know. I've been appreciative of it, and I wasn't doing it for a personal gain to begin with. I was
Yeah.
doing it because I didn't like the conditions my people was in, and I was
Right.
just trying to figure out a way out. I didn't know I had the blood right to tell these motherfuckers to leave until I got deep in my research, and then I was like, "Holy shit, Taj!
Mm-hmm.
Civics, a
Yeah.
fucking no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Jurisdiction, assertive superior jurisdiction. Morpheus Mysticus Magus, Emissary of Light, Redeemer of the Righteous, Galactic Council Seat 50, holds first
Hey.
jurisdiction of the body of the living and the dead.
Mm-hmm.
That means the straw man and the real man.
But
Therefore, coming from a superior jurisdiction, all of those is holding my people under adhesion contracts and fraudulent treaties
right.
are now on notice that it's time to go.
The stone that the builder refused didn't understand you was the chief cornerstone because you wrote the Emerald Tablets atop, and you hold the feather because you wear in the hearts of man as Anubis, and they never even saw it coming.
Hey, we're in their face, behind their back.
But I saw it clearly.
So look, this is what we expect on the heels of the Oshun return to Haiti. When Oshun returns, the Sweetwater returns.
Yes.
And what that means is the wealth of nations is restored.
Right.
Right? Now,
Can we break that down for the people, like a little bit, especially with IAT, because, you know, the news lies so much about IAT. They always say it's the poorest country and this, that, and other. First of all, I know we recognize that IAT has obviously tons of natural resources from gold and many other things. But what a lot of people don't also know about IAT is that a lot of that fucking gold that the lizard queen who Ben died had came from IAT that was sitting under her home. The other thing that people don't know is that literally sitting in a trust, there's trillions of dollars that will be able to assist us that is sitting in IAT. So it's pivotal not only from a perspective of, you know, the spiritual aspect, but even financial. And you cannot be and IAT in Florida and really Louisiana is all tied in together because, you know, I'm an Arkansas girl, but I'm a Louisiana Creole. All my stuff from not only my past life, but current life come from Louisiana Creole because that's how we kept everything. In Florida is the finish line. And we are all interconnected from the Gullah Geechee Wars, which I'm sure, you know, everyone knows. So we're all in this. It's way bigger than what people know. Like it's called a war conjure for a reason. It affects everybody.
Excuse me. When the war conjure
how can I help you? How can the regular people help us? Yeah, definitely meditate. You know, absolutely. Yeah, meditation. You know, I'll say this because, you know, by nature, also I'm an astrologer and a whole bunch of other stuff. These eclipses are very, very pivotal. You know, we just had one this week. We got another one coming November 7th. And I always say that these eclipses are kind of the runway to opening the portals and gateways. So these eclipses getting in nature, you know, if you are into the Orishas or if you have your own individual ancestors, you know, summoning and petitioning to ancestors, not only for just us, but for the individuals who are fighting as the resistance in IAT, they need it even more so than us. Like, I really want you to send that energy. If you have family members in IAT, any water, food, clothes, finances, like, you know, where we don't have to wait for the national aid, anything we can do now to help our brothers and sisters there. Because they desperately need it. If you ever have any family from there, you understand what they're going through is heartbreaking and they shouldn't be. So that's what you can do more than anything.
Yeah. So once they do their Oshun parade celebration, it's gonna look like a Mardi Gras celebration, but it's gonna be gold and white shit everywhere. That's our cue on the mainland. That one. They called the Sweetwater's home, so that means that you definitely have to do that ritual immediately at that point.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And two, that water coming back. Boy, that water coming back.
Mm-hmm.
The Mississippi drying up, but that water coming back. Yeah. That water, I'm telling you, I can't say it enough. That water coming back.
You know, I know about Oshun, and she doing what she's supposed to do. She drying that bitch out, because she like, you ain't finna get no barges, no nothing until you would. Yeah, because nature is part of the weapon. So we do need a release, but she's uncovering stuff too. So I know exactly what she's doing, and I ain't really mad at her because you got Oya Shango in the sky, you got Yemiyat Olokun in the ocean, and you got Oshun. So everybody out, and they not playing, and it's
so
I don't know.
She holding back the Sweetwater.
And I will say this, Oshun is, but I tell you what, I know for a fact, Oya, because on Tuesday night at 333, which is a 9 knock. And if anybody know about Oya, her number is 9. My whole house shook and the wind shook, and I felt it. And I saw her visibly, and I'm not even a parishioner of Oya. And I heard this audibly her say, the winds of change have come. And then I saw her face, and I don't even see Oya. And it woke me up out of my sleep at 333 straight up. And I saw the 9, and it was so loud. And my next door neighbor, because I'm in a complex, got up and she said, like it was not natural. So I know that this is not. And and anybody know, wherever Oya is, Shango there. They travel together. So, and I know Oshun is doing what she do, because whatever Oshun do, Yemi Yada and Yemi Yai know where that Olakun ain't there. And if anybody know about Olakun, they had to chain him down. So this ain't what they want. So that's how I'm gonna just stop right there. They better not go up in Haiti, because this ain't gonna go like it went in 93 or 94 or 2004 or no other day. I'm gonna tell you that. It's not
right here.
It's not.
This is what the people not understanding. This is a whole different animal.
This is not. Because
we
too many of us have awakened. Too many of us got altars, and too many of us is dropping our packages in the ocean. Too many of our ancestors have purposely ascended, and this is not what they want. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. So they sent me here to put the pieces back together.
Yep.
Leave no stone unturned.
And we're here, Chief. That's all I say. You know, I would say, Chief, but I'm here. And so I'm doing what you tell me. We on deck and we ready.
Look, when I found Christine, the OCE Priestess, when I found her, I was going over the paperwork, and I was like, damn, it's another priestess involved in this shit.
Cecilia Fatima. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how the fuck am I? Because when at first I thought all we needed was the OCE Priestess to close it out. Everybody that was part of opening it up is responsible to close it.
Yeah.
Barbecue been sending us the knocks, right, ever since the prime minister got killed, to close it on this end so he can call for it to close on that end. But we didn't recognize who he was.
I didn't.
I didn't know that we needed John
Dassolinis. Yeah, I didn't know. Really? I didn't realize who he was till this week. I mean, I knew who the bookman was. I knew who Toussaint was. I knew who I was. I didn't know who
one of the elder mothers told me who Divine Insight was.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me, now that you know who he is, you have to find the bookman.
Mm-hmm.
I had already found the bookman, but I couldn't see him because you had him cloaked.
Yeah, I tend to do that.
Right. But the reason you had him cloaked is because you have to be the one to identify him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Once you identify him, I'm like, holy shit, because he sent me my motherfucking shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I go and I give him what he needs, and I communicate with him, right? Mm-hmm. So he do his part to close it out. Next thing you know, I'm in Florida.
Yep. And it was interesting is like I'm there monthly, and then I'm moving there like in a few months, and so that's why I said Florida is the finish line. And obviously I'm heavily connected to IAT, so we all are there. Like it's just, you know. And then me and you, when we connected, we both got family ties from Chicago. Matter of fact, I got to see some pictures because I got some. I'm like this could be some of our people. So it was, you know, we all descended for such a time as this.
Excuse me. It's a little cramped.
You good, Chief? You went in too deep with it, Chief. You went in. You pumped it in a little bit too deep.
Hey, look. This how you know when you walk in Sadat the Mustaqim. I went to Florida. Mm-hmm. I was the most unprepared I ever been for a trip. When I got ready to leave, I couldn't find none of my clothes. I couldn't find my suit. Nothing. And you know what I said? Fuck it.
What?
Fuck it. Whatever it is, Big Mama gonna work it out. I got all the way down there and found the suit.
Wow.
I found the suit the morning of the wedding.
Wow. That's what I always say. You'll figure it out. You know, that's they saying. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, you smart. You'll figure it out. I didn't figure this one out. I just followed the energy. I was like a raft in the river, just floating on downstream. And everything worked out. And I had a blast visiting my family and my extended family. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward. That's why we got to get we need them to get this call out to 80, because when we all get together, you know, it's time for a family reunion.
Yes.
Time for a family reunion because we got to get back to the family reunion.
I can't wait till all the news stations is reporting the National Mardi Gras across the land.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm a Mardi Gras girl. I'm a Louisiana, you know, bred girl from my family bloodline on my mom's
I tell
side.
everybody,
Yeah.
if y'all want to know how we nut the fuck up, go tell them niggas in New Orleans they can't have Mardi Gras and see what they do to
Oh,
us.
another thing I love about which you could tell that it's our ancient culture still in Louisiana is if you notice whether it's after a wedding or after what they call a funeral, because you know we know that death isn't real. It's always you can be sad, but we have what we call the second line, and that's the way that I'm looking forward to this is the second line because we're gonna celebrate and turn up. Because even if in what they call death, where everybody else is sad and folks crying, we'll have a celebration, the dance and party.
Watch the culture. They say we not connected.
We are
all different people, right? In New Orleans, you're not taking Mardi Gras. It's not gonna happen.
It never.
It's not gonna happen. You will get fucked up. They tried to do it. They tried to.
They will tear the city like they will tear you. You're not ever taking it ever.
They have to have Mardi Gras. It's a spiritual release mechanism.
It's very spiritual. Yeah, it's very spiritual.
It's a spiritual release mechanism in order to keep the spiritual energy pure.
And it's done in that certain time period. And they say, you know, again, I'm an astrologer. It's done at a certain time period